A new week of The Bachelor is on its way, and with it comes new drama set to bring down two major contestants from the first two episodes. So, will the man who claims to hate the drama be able to handle it when the drama comes knocking anyway? Well, let's take a look at this preview for week 3 and try to break down what happens, who could be going home, and if Zach is really having a fantasy suite overnight with someone just 3 episodes in. So, as per usual, please, no posting any blatant spoilers in the comment section below unless you can back it up with sleuthing, and a link to the full uninterrupted preview is in the description.
Zach, I feel the spark, I feel the chemistry.
Throw your whole body into it.
Okay, so right off the bat, we're seeing a Bachelor staple headed our way next week, the Bachelor Bowl football date. This kind of date happens every season where the contestants are split up into teams to battle it out on the football field, with the winners typically earning a trophy that usually gets thrown into a pond. No, but really, the prize here is extra time with Zach at the end of the date. Otherwise, we're seeing Allie on one of our 2-on-1s for the week, as this is now the time where the show will be transitioning from 2 group dates and a single 1-on-1 per episode to just 1 group date. And if we check out some of the footage with Allie from past previews, we can see that here she's got a rose. So expect this date to go well. As for the rest of the episode, however, well, there's drama to come, and it all seems to stem from something highlighted in the next section. So let's continue on.
Zach's so romantic. He makes me feel like I'm on cloud 9.
Would you like to spend the night here with me?
I like where I think this is heading.
Alright, so before we get into this 1-on-1, it looks like on top of the football date, we'll be seeing some kind of pool party at the mansion. Another common event in these early episodes, and it's very likely that they'll be having this instead of a pre-rose ceremony cocktail party, something they've also done in past seasons. But the main part of this section is the other 1-on-1 for the episode with Katie, and there are multiple things to note here. First off, check out the rose in Katie's hand, so again, another date that goes well. However, after that, there's a heavy implication that Zach and Katie will be spending a night at the museum together, with the preview editing Katie's words to seem very suggestive, saying, "I like where this is going, wink." But are you really telling me that this man is going to pull a Clayton on week 3? I don't think so. What's actually going on can be revealed in this shot, where here we see Zach and Katie in matching pajamas, very different from their dinner date outfits. So I can only assume that in this shot, one of the two of them is headed into the tent to get in their PJs, and the two then have an innocent little sleepover at the museum after Katie accepts his rose. But the rest of the preview is going to imply that something a little more naughty happens. Let's take a look.
It definitely looks like a walk of shame. For me, like I had that first 1-on-1 and I feel like it was more real.
Christina's trying to intimidate.
Anyone who she perceives as a threat is gonna be a target.
Okay, so now we're getting into the main bit of drama for next week, as we can see in this shot, and then in this one, Katie is returning to the Bachelor mansion the morning after her 1-on-1, still wearing the pajamas from her overnight camping with Zach in the museum. This is also accompanied by a soundbite seemingly of Christina saying it looks like a walk of shame and that her 1-on-1 was more real. But be careful with clips like this. We actually almost see nothing from these 2 sentences coming directly out of Christina's mouth, meaning this section is likely highly edited. Also, this part,
For me, like I had that first 1-on-1 and I feel like it was more real.
seems very jumpy, like as if it were 2 different sentences spliced together to be more incriminating. Notice the shot cuts away partway through Christina's sentence. This is often done when editing a fake out in order to make it look more smooth and believable. Let me give you an example. Let's jump back to Christina's 1-on-1 from last episode. Say I wanted to take the moment with Christina telling Zach she has big news, she has a daughter, and instead make it seem stupider by cutting in that her big news is she's going to accept his rose. Now, both of these moments did happen, but very far apart in the date. And here's what it looks like if I just directly cut them together.
I do have to tell you something, and it's pretty big news. I will accept this rose. Thank you.
However, here's what it looks like if I throw in a cutaway of Zach listening to her speak in the middle.
I do have to tell you something, and it's pretty big news. I will accept this rose. Thank you.
And if you're really sly, you can see that I also tried to match up Zach nodding his head in both shots to make it look even more believable. And this was all done with the footage from the edited episode. Imagine what you could do with the raw footage they have from filming. However, in this fake out from the preview, we can see that Christina looks to be at the evening portion of a group date, with the background also matching up to the one in this shot with Brooklyn. And neither of these ladies look to be in outfits they'd be wearing around the Bachelor mansion in the morning, which of course is where this shot is from, with Katie coming back from her sleepover date in these pajamas. Long story short, we can't trust what the preview is giving us. Now, I'm not saying that Christina won't turn full villain next episode, just that something is up. Either way, Christina does look to get caught up in the drama next week, and it will lead to her downfall. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what the context is, but we'll learn a little bit more as we go along, so let's continue.
It needs to be exposed.
It makes me feel really insecure.
Have you ever considered just literally shutting up?
Everyone is too scared to tell you. It makes it hard.
Well, this pool party does not look like a lot of fun. Something seems to go down that gets everyone crying. And apparently there is also something shocking too, as seen in this shot from the first look preview. I wouldn't be surprised if it all has to do with Brianna trying to expose who I have to assume is Christina. And in this shot right here, we can actually see that the person these ladies are looking at all teary-eyed is Brianna. But let's now quickly finish off this preview before we talk more about what happens at this pool party and who looks to be going home.
It makes it hard.
It would be a mistake to believe this.
The drama continues next week on The Bachelor.
So there you have it. The preview ends on Christina in tears saying it would be a mistake to believe this. And if we go back to the season preview, we also have a soundbite of her saying she's being set up.
Please help me, help me, help me. I don't want to see you being set up.
Now, in all likelihood, the countless tears we're seeing at the pool party has to do with some kind of confrontation that involves Christina and Brianna, and Zach has to figure out who to believe. And in my opinion, he's going to believe no one. We saw last episode Zach say he's really not into the drama.
I'm someone that doesn't like drama at all, but if it's like,
Me too.
if it needs to be brought up or if it's already been handled, then that's great too.
Okay, perfect.
Then
So
that's,
I'm not gonna
that's
say
great.
anyone's
Because
name. Perfect.
yeah.
So, as I see it, both Brianna and Christina are doomed. Zach's not going to be interested in dealing with this for weeks and weeks to come, and frankly, I think with Brianna, he's already said their conversations haven't been great, and with Christina, he's not ready to be a father. So add all this to the mix, and I don't think either one will be getting another rose. Not to mention, it looks as though for week 4, the gang will be headed to the Bahamas, and there's not a single trace of either of these women in any of the preview footage at that location. We can even do the math here to help us out. As of right now, we have 17 women left. 3 went home last episode, and it makes sense that 3 will go next week, and then 3 will go in the Bahamas before we're at our top 11 in London. Which means 6 of the women not seen here will be the eliminations over the next 2 episodes. Brianna and Christina next week, and then Anastasia, Bailey, Davia, and Genevieve as the rest. Now, according to our sleuthing, we can spot Anastasia, Davia, and Genevieve in the Bahamas, which means the Mornin' Balin here
There was the morning Balin, right?
I think it was Bailey.
is our final elimination for week 3. So that's it for this preview breakdown for episode 3 of The Bachelor. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like, let me know your predictions in the comment section below, and be sure to subscribe to the channel as there's still a ton more content on the way. And until next time, Bachelor Fantake out.
I like where I think this is heading.
Definitely looks like a walk of shame.